Right, hi everybody, this is Ozzy. Just going to do a quick update. It's been about a month now. So here's a few changes that I've had done. As you can see, possibly, I've changed the background. I've got rid of the blue background and now I've added a black background, which I think makes it look more natural and it somehow makes it look clearer as well. So that's the black background. I've also removed my Vallis plant, which was to the left of the moss there that you can see on the wood. I was having problems with that melting due to the Flourish Excel. I kept reducing the Flourish Excel to try and stop the melt, but I thought I was compromising the health of all the other plants in there. And to be fair, it just irritated me. Jungle Val doesn't do well with liquid carbon for some reason. So I think you're best, if you have Jungle Val, you need CO2 for that. Liquid carbon really is a no-no for Jungle Val, but never mind. I've replaced it with some Cypress Helpheri, which is a similar looking grassy plant. I've got it in the same place. I'll try and zoom in on the area. You can just see some of it at the top there. There is a clump there, a bit hidden, and also I've got another clump right at the back there you can see. So that's Cypress Helpheri. That's a slower growing plant, but it should, once it's established, it should look quite nice, hopefully. What else have I got? I was watching the channel IAA the other day, and Mike from Mass was on there, and he's done a video about Bacopa, which I decided to go out and get some Bacopa, which I was a bit worried that my tiger barbs might eat it, because tiger barbs do tend to nip at certain plants, but to be fair, they've left this alone, so I'm really quite pleased with that. So that's meant to be a really fast-growing plant, will do good in virtually any aquarium conditions, so that ticks all my boxes. So I've got some Bacopa now. Also, I'm down in the left-hand end. I don't think you're going to be able to see it unless I get a close-up in a minute, but there is, no, it's right down in that back corner. There's some dwarf sage right at the front, and behind that I've got a red tiger lotus. That has got a few little leaves, but that has to establish as well before that starts going wild, which they do. So that's the new plant. So I did have coconut, some half coconuts in here with some Java moss on it, but I have removed them because the Java moss tended to sort of come away from the coconut and it just looked a mess, to be fair. So I've got rid of that, and instead down in this bottom left hand corner at the front, I got some Java Windelov, I think it is, that one right in the centre there. And that is actually attached to a coconut shell as well, but you can't see that. So yeah, and then new fish I've got at the back, right up in the top corner there, you can see I've got some Pristella tetras. I've got 7 of those. I've had them a good month and they're doing really well. Really nice shoaling fish. Yeah, and I love their little fins on the top. They remind me of little flags. So I've got those. I've also got a new male molly, because my trusty yellow female that I said I've had for a long time in my last video, I think, yeah, I lost her, I'm afraid, so don't know why. So I've got a new male molly in there. Also, I've got another blue rainbow fish, so I've actually got 4 rainbow fish in here now. Yeah, 2 of the blue rainbows, and can't remember the name of the other ones. Bosemanies, that's it. I've got 2 Bosemani rainbows in there, so I've got 4 rainbows. Also, I bought 3 more albino corries. I did have 3 before, so I've boosted their numbers up to 6 now, so they should be happier in a larger shoal. And also, if you can see at the ends of the tank, just swoop over, there's the outtake tube. and that has got, now I've removed a lot of the Java moss I had wound round that, and I've just attached a thin piece of bogwood with some Java moss, and I've cable tied that on, so it hides it a bit, but I thought it looked a bit too cluttered, a bit too chocker in there, so it's made it look a little bit more open. And also I did have some up on the intake pipe up there next to the water moving pump. I did have Java moss up there as well, but I've taken it away just so I've now got the plants like in a big, almost like in a big mound. Almost looks a bit reef-like to me. I know I keep saying about the tiger barb reef, but that's what it reminds me of. So anyway, I'll get some close-ups of them quick, and also, what I am possibly thinking in the near future is I'm wondering about maybe replacing, well, taking all of this out and putting a soil substrate in here and then capping it off with the gravel. I was wondering what anyone's thoughts on that would be. If it would still be to like the plant's advantage to have a soil substrate, even though I would still be sticking with the Flourish Excel. I don't see me going to the CO2 just sheerly for the price of it. So sticking to Flourish Excel, liquid carbon. Does everyone, or I'd love to hear your opinions if you think it would still be to the plant's advantage to have a soil substrate or a better substrate, as I've just got gravel at the moment with laterite, homemade tabs that I've put laterite in there. But do people think that having like a soil substrate would be like a really good advantage, even though I'm sticking to the Flourish Excel? So I'd like to hear your thoughts on that in the comments below. I'll just get a few close-ups. Down the bottom there's the Bacopa Mike from Mass. He put out a video the other day from the IAA talking about Bacopa. So there's that down in there. I've also got another bit up this end, at the far end there. It's all a bit chocker in here. There's my dwarf Sagittaria. There behind is my red tiger lotus. Just a few little leaves, but once that establishes, that should do okay. The Ludwigia at the top, that's turned a nice colour because that's right up by the light, so that's gone red, so that looks really quite nice. And just panning along here, here's my other tiger lotus, sent up one long leaf. Still not going as crazy, as I thought it would, but there's still time. It hadn't been in there masses, I suppose. But it's things like this I'm wondering, see if a soil substrate would actually make these rooted plants really go for it even more, you know what I mean? And make the crypts, the crypts are pretty good, but just to add to their condition and, growing, I would just love to know what people think, if it would be an advantage, basically. Just a few close-ups of the fish. There's my Prostellas in the back, and a mixture of my barbs, the Odessas there. Love the Odessas, they're so nice. Those red ones, male Odessa barbs, absolutely beautiful, I think. There's my new rainbow fish there, the littler one. And I've got some sunset platies as well. Every time I go to film them, they know I'm coming for them. They are. There's one at the back, the bright orange and red. I think they're really nice. They show up so nicely. Sunsets. There's my red-tailed shark. So anyway, I hope you like the look of it. And like I say, I'd love to hear your comments or advice about a substrate. And if so, give me some ideas of your substrate. I'd love to hear them. What you think would be best for my conditions. And thanks, and I look forward to reading them. All right, thanks everyone. Bye for now.